Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a black lip makeup tutorial. I did one of these last year, it was like a Halloween themed makeup tutorial, and I just love the way black lipstick looks on me. I fell in love after that tutorial. So we're gonna do it again this year. Obviously we're gonna do like a different vibe and a different look with this tutorial, but I am excited to play with the black lipstick again. And I know that with this black lipstick, I can wear it whenever I want. There is no specific times with makeup about when you can and cannot wear something. Makeup is super self-expressive. You can do whatever you want with it, but I kind of enjoy reserving the black lipstick for this time of year, for October, because it feels a lot more fun. It's something that I get to look forward to, so I'm super excited to get into this makeup look. So if that is something you are interested in seeing, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so hair is pinned back, eyes have been primed. We're gonna start with eyes today, of course. That's what I always do. The palette we're going to be using today is the Carnival XL Pro palette by Be Perfect. You can use whatever you have on hand. This is gonna be a very basic eye look. The one thing that you might want to pick up, that you don't really have to, it's just because I'm kind of extra, but you are gonna be using some crystals today, like some jewels. I think just to spice it up a little bit. Like I said, eyes have already been primed, and I'm gonna go in with this fade color right here. It's a very cool toned brown, light brown shade. I'm gonna take it on this fluffy Pro Fusion ES3. This is the pointed crease eyeshadow brush, and we're just gonna take this in the crease. What I love about this palette, and the reason that I chose it today, is it's so easy to work with. These shadows work so well with each other. They blend so easily. I barely have to do any work. It's one that always stands out, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna take this in the outer corner and the crease. It's gonna be our transition shade, so it's okay to go a little buck wild with it. We're gonna be packing some other shadows on top of it. This is just like the first layer of our eyeshadow. And with this fade color, we're gonna be kind of creating the template for how we want the eye look to come out, the shape that we're going to be doing, and how the other shadows are going to follow on top of it. So I'm pulling mine out, like upward and out, just because that is how I always do my eyeshadow. I have very downturned eyes, so I like to kind of pull mine up and out to elongate and help lift them. I do have a whole separate video where I go into a lot more depth on how I lift my eyes. I'll have it linked up here if you want to check it out. Once that fade shade is down, we're going to go in with the darkest shade that we're going to be using on the eyes, which is a black. This is the shade Lights Out in this palette. And I'm going to take an angled brush like this. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this from the lower lash line and pull out, following that lower lash line. Then I'm going to flick this black shadow in, kind of like a reverse cat eye. I find that this just flatters my eyes really well, so I prefer this technique, and I'm leaving my eyes open as I do this so that I know the liner is gonna look like an actual line and not like a squiggle. But we're just pulling it in with the angled brush, and that's why I prefer an angled brush when doing this. I feel like it's easy to blend the shadow inward if the brush looks like this. Then I'm going to take this Morphe 506 brush. I don't know if I want to take Intuition right here or this Vex shade. Part of me wants to do the Vex because I feel like it would look really good with the black and with the cool toned shades that we have like already down. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take Vex, going from where the black shadow kind of ends. I'm gonna blend even more inward, staying close to the lash line, and then going up in a diagonal to really, again, help lift my eyes. And don't worry if you feel like it's getting kind of messy. I always like to go in and clean mine up with a cotton bud, like the outer corners. I'm going to take that fluffy brush again with the fade shade, the first one that we used. And up here, I'm going to just blend out again, build it up some more, just because I'm worried that I lost it. And I'm actually gonna bring it on the lid, just to really help blend everything out. I'm going to take a smidge of this P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 01 on this Morphe Ariel A18 brush and do a little bit of a cut crease. Nothing crazy, but I do want to give it that extra oomph. I did this to add some light to the inner corner, not so much to make the look seem more complex than it actually is. It's not a super sharp outline and it's not gonna be a bright color, you know, we're not doing something crazy. I just really wanted to add more light in the inner corner. I'm going to take my Morphe 506 again, and whatever is left over on the brush, I'm going to flick inward. And then I'm going to take this Morphe M421 brush, just a paddle brush, flat paddle brush, good for inner corner eye work. And I'm gonna take Pillow Talk, which is the white shade in here, like a cream shade, I should say. It's not like a stark white. And right where we put that P. Louise, I'm gonna put this down. So once you have that Pillow Talk shade down, we are gonna go in with some crystals. I think I'm going to take some smaller ones just because I don't want the eye look to be too extravagant. I want the main focus of the makeup look to be the bold black lip. I think I'm gonna go in with these like 10 ones. I don't think you guys can even see that, but they're pretty tiny. I'm gonna be using some eyelash glue to get the jewels to stick onto my eye. And I think I'm only gonna focus these where I put like the white shadow. So mostly just on the inner corner. There we are. Pop that one right there. So I'm just gonna do 3 just on the inner corner right here, just to give it a little something something. So I went ahead and I cleaned up the edges of my eyeshadow, and then I added some liner and mascara. We're gonna go ahead and do our base now. I'm gonna apply some lashes at the end of the video. I like to do that when I do my eyebrows. We're gonna move on to face. I did just apply some moisturizer because my skin has been really dry recently, which is weird because I have very oily skin. So I'm going to just use that as a primer and not use anything else. I'm going to be taking this Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. Been loving how this looks on my skin recently. I'm gonna take it on a palette, and then I'll take my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and work this into the face. I did a whole video on this foundation. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link for it. But I have found that the best way to apply this is with a brush. It's what they tell you to use in the directions on the box. And I do think that there is a reason for that. I think the finish of this foundation with a brush is a lot nicer than it is with a sponge. The thing is that no matter what you use, this foundation is going to look like your skin. Like, it's going to look natural while covering a lot, because that's just how the foundation is. It's a very interesting formula where it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like you're wearing any makeup, no matter how much you pack on. It's really, really stunning. Like I said, I have a video I'll have linked. If you want to go check it out, I recommend checking it out if you're thinking about picking it up, or if you're thinking that you want to try out a new foundation. It's really good. I'm going to take a bit of this Say Sun Melt Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Light Bronze, and I'm going to cream bronze with this. Not cream contour, just cream bronze. This is a great beginner friendly product. I mentioned it in my video where I talked about what makeup products are best if you're just starting out with makeup. I'll have it linked up here. But this is so good because it doesn't look bad. No matter what you put it on top of, no matter how much you use, no matter what brush you use, it's never gonna look bad. It's so good, this product. I definitely wouldn't consider it a contouring product. I think it's definitely more of a bronzer just because of the way it performs, and I guess because of the shade, but you could probably use it as a contour if you want. Like I said, makeup is so subjective. You can do whatever you want with whatever you want. Once I have that down, I'll go in with my concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Used this in a video recently. I'll have that one linked too. It is a full face of 2016 makeup, and I've been loving this ever since I tried it in that video. I'm gonna take a brush with this and just pat it into the skin. I'm being mindful of where I brought that black eyeshadow on my lower lash line. This is just a tapered, like, fluffy brush I forgot to mention. I've been loving using this with my concealers because it doesn't soak up a whole bunch of product, and it really helps to press it into the skin and like mesh it into the foundation that I'm using. Just gonna highlight too down the center of the face with this. And then we are ready to set. I'm gonna be using my One Size setting powder like I always do. You know the drill, nothing new. It's just hard to use something else when you know what the best is. I have a powder bronzer that I am still testing out and a blush that I have used many times that I love. The bronzer is the Morphe Velvet Matte Pressed Powder Bronze Show Bronzer in the shade Tropical Tan. And I'm gonna use a Real Techniques blush brush with this. I'm gonna be very light-handed and just apply this where I normally apply my bronzer. The last time I used this, I used like a pretty pale foundation. So I'm curious to see. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. See, when I use this, I definitely wasn't wearing the right shade of foundation, so I didn't like the way that it looked. That's nice. Okay, I had my doubts about this bronzer, but I'm sold. Gonna take the blush by Essence in the shade Befitting. Just a very soft pink shade. Again, I don't want to take away from the lips, so we're just gonna go in with a very neutral light blush. Gonna use this little angled brush from Profusion and just pack some blush on. Very good and expensive blush that you can really work with. Super easy to work with. Before I go off camera to do my brows and lashes, I'm gonna do the lower lash line. Well, I'm gonna finish the lower lash line because I do have half of it. I'm gonna take the black on this flat shader brush, that lights out shade, and just ever so lightly, I'm going to like reinstate it. Going like halfway in only. Then I'll take my Morphe M506 again with that Vex shade and blend out. And there we are. Ooh, this is looking so good. I'm gonna apply a bit of mascara. This is the Ilia mascara. Been loving this. And then I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tightline with this Whatever Black Artist Color Pencil just to really amp this look up. I like that. Okay, I'm going to hop off camera and do my brows and lashes, and then I'll be back in just a second and we can finish this up with the star of the show. So I'll see you in just a second. We are now ready for the main event of this makeup look, which is of course the black lip. I'm going to be taking this one by Fenty. It is in the shade Uninvited, my favorite black lipstick ever. And I'm gonna line with what I used in my waterline. I did clean it off, don't worry. It's in the shade Whatever Black. This artist color pencil can be used all over your face. That's what I love about them. So we're gonna use it on our lips today. Then once we are at this point, we're gonna go in with the lipstick. And then we're gonna go in with our final step, which is just to bring back my little birthmark right here. I'm going to be taking my One Size gel liner pencil in the shade Point Made. And this is the final look, you guys. I love it. I freaking love it. I love the way that this came out. I feel so witchy right now. I feel super Halloween. Like, this is a great makeup look to wear if you don't want to dress up for Halloween, but you want to go out and you want to look a little bit festive. This is like the perfect median in between those two, you know, where it's not too caricature-y, but it's like not too basic. It's like a perfect witchy Halloween look. And it's so easy. It's such a simple look to do. It's like perfect for this time of year. It's perfect for any time of year, of course, but for right now, I feel like it's very fitting. So if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure, if you have not already, that you are subscribed to my channel and that you hit the little bell so you are always notified when I upload a new video. And I think that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you all enjoyed. I know that I did. And I will see you all in my next one.